Hello, and welcome to Humor is Cheaper Than Therapy. We are not doctors, nor are we therapists. We're ordinary women who share crazy life experiences with a sense of humor. Grab a beverage, sit and listen to candid conversations between mothers, daughters, sisters, and friends. Join us, Kelly, Shelley, Margot, and Mom, because we are cheaper than therapy.
This podcast was recorded on August 25th, 2020, and we start out discussing the COVID pandemic. Please note the opinions said during this podcast were just some thoughts about the situation the world was in at that time. We now know a whole lot more and would likely have different opinions and thoughts today. We hope you enjoy listening as much as we enjoyed having this conversation.
Hi, everybody. This is Kelly from Minnesota.
Terry from Montana.
Margot from Montana.
Did you forget where
And
you were
this is
from?
Shelley.
I did.
And this is Shelley from Minnesota. Hello, everybody.
Hi, guys out there in podcast land. Be sure to check that like button.
Oh, good job, Mom.
And subscribe.
And subscribe. There you go.
Good
You've
job,
been watching.
And subscribe. We need 10,000 subscribers in order to get advertising. So please hit that button.
Is that true?
Yes.
Oh.
Mom,
Oh, I think we have like 20, so...
I think it's 20-ish or something like that. Mom's been doing her homework.
She has.
She probably heard it on a podcast.
Amen. You got me, Shelley.
I knew it.
Have any of you just thought about how this is like doing like a radio show? To me, there are morning shows I like to listen to just because there's the banter and the topics and interesting stuff. Thought of that this morning when I was listening to my favorite one. It's kind
What's
of
your
fun.
favorite one?
KQRS 92.5 out of the Twin Cities. Mm-hmm.
We have the Breakfast Flakes. I think they're still on.
Okay.
Yes, they are. Mm-hmm.
And Shelley has one she really likes.
Podcast?
Radio morning show.
Oh, you know what? I haven't listened to a morning show in 5 months.
Oh, really? Okay. Oh, because you're not driving to work anymore.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
And I have really lost all my podcast momentum. It's funny because I go to work right away. There's no commute. I don't know. My routine is really different.
Oh, I thought you were going back to the office.
Well, we were all supposed to come back June 4th, but with Brian being less than a year from a heart attack, I said, I'd really like to work remotely more, longer if possible. So they were going to have me come back September 9th, the 8th, which is the day after Labor Day, but I'm on PTO that day. And then our company just launched a flexible work program where we can just decide on a daily basis if we're going to work from home, in the office, or we're going to be, out at site visits and stuff. Those kinds of things apply to project managers. And when this new policy came out, or this trial, I guess, I reached out to my manager and I said, does this mean we could choose to work from home 5 days a week? And she said, Shelley, because of your situation, if you want to just work from home until either A, this little trial period is up, which is January 31st, or there's a vaccine so that you don't fear that Brian will get it because you're exposed to so many people at work. So she's like, go ahead, just work from home.
Well, it's obvious
Okay.
you're getting your work done. So,
Right. And and the account coordinator position is one where we don't meet with clients.
Right.
That's design, sales, project managers and stuff like that, not the account coordinator. So our role is one that we just don't need to be in the office. And she does want me to reconnect. And so if after January 31st, I still can't believe I've been given that long. It's awesome. If after that time, she wants me to come in periodically, because the disconnect from the day-to-day, just running into people and having, social interactions is missing. So
Sure. And
I appreciate that.
Is there a mask
Agree with
requirement at work then?
Yep.
Okay.
The whole time. You can't
But
take
you
it
make
off unless
pretty
you're
masks.
eating. They're okay.
I
They're
didn't.
all right.
Color coordinate to your outfit.
I haven't gotten a pretty mask yet.
Me either.
Yeah. The way I made they're great. They work. I followed a pattern. It's wonderful. But I used on the inside, I used muslin because I thought, well, it's going to be real breathable and light. And then I washed mine, giving it a little test run. I've worn it a few times, gets makeup on it and stuff. And now the muslin on the inside is just fine, but I get these little hairs, these very fine little fibers tickling my nose all day. I'm
Ooh.
like, that's not going to work.
No.
I cannot do this. So that's out. I don't want to make anybody a mask. That's
No
gonna,
matter
you
where
know.
I go in a mask, soon as I start speaking to someone, my nose itches. It never fails.
You need one of those that juts out away from your nose so it doesn't touch your
I
nose.
have
I'm
one.
thinking.
Even at the bank when I'm at the window, it's like, oh my Lanta, itch the nose. Could be the smoke, right? I'll blame it on the smoke.
There you go. It's funny out here in the boondocks, and that is one of my favorite words, by the way, because of Grandpa. I go into a convenience store and the clerk has a mask on, but nobody else going in has a mask. And I believe or feel it's the mentality of, I'm only going to be in there a few seconds. I'm going to just go pay for my gas. I'm going to just go grab this and go. I'm going to grab a gallon of milk and go. So, I don't know how long it's
I'm
gonna
not
last.
following you. Are you saying people are just not wearing them? Is that what you're saying?
Correct. Yep. Even in the store Dave works at, or if they are wearing them, it's under their nose.
Oh, yeah. I saw that today and I was like, the heck?
Everywhere I go, I see that. Everywhere.
In reality, they've said that the only reason you wear a mask is to protect other people from your moist mouth droplets. Nothing is happening with your nose except your own personal exposure.
Oh, okay. That's good to know.
And who is they?
Well, I would question who they is, and I would also question, what science has been done, because when you sleep, even with your nose or with your mouth closed, you're exhaling air, and that air has moisture in it. So,
and that's the $10,000 question, Shelley. Which expert, which study, which thing do you trust?
I've heard several quotey fingers being used, experts and people and whatever, say that the masks are, for the most part, a placebo to make people feel better. I don't know. I just know that I'm not going to make somebody else uncomfortable because I choose to be that person and not wear a mask.
Right.
People I do it out of courtesy and fear. I do not want to get sick. I do not want to get sick. Even though Grandpa gave me some good advice today about how many people, a statistician told him how many people really get this.
Well,
I don't have the results.
Are you going to share?
I'd have to add. It was like 1% or 0.1%.
It was like,
Oh, you know? Okay.
Well, no, I don't know the exact numbers, but yeah, he was telling me about the same thing, about the age range between like 65 and like 80 something who get COVID and do die from it, as opposed to those who are in that same age range and recover from it. It's like over 96% between 65 and 80 that recover from COVID, over 96%.
Yeah, it's high.
And then my first question to him was, well, did this person that you were listening to, did they compare that to like the flu? Like, what's the percentage of the people in that age range that just get the normal everyday flu? What are their survival rates? He said he didn't know because they didn't say. But
and my perspective on this is it seems like it's just another version of the flu. It's all the same symptoms. I don't know. It's so hard. I just feel so snowed over. So, yeah.
Bamboozled.
For the most part,
Bamboozled.
Yes. Mm-hmm. You just wonder what somebody's agenda was to start a pandemic. That's my question.
Yeah.
That statement comes with controversy, as if somebody actually started it.
I understand that.
Yeah.
Not purposefully. I just wanted to point that out.
No one in China is listening.
I don't blame any country. The only thing that I'm frustrated about with China is the fact that they tried to keep it secret. And I feel like maybe that caused more of an issue.
Well, yeah. Kelly, you're right. Because as moms, when our kids got chicken pox, we told everyone.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Exactly.
You said,
yes.
Oh, good Lord, your kid was exposed to my kid and they got chicken pox.
Yeah.
When they get head lice in school.
Yeah. You tell everybody.
Has to get, yeah.
So that they can do preventative things to keep it from happening or check before it becomes a terrible issue. That's my only frustration. I know people who bash China and this and that, and I don't bash them. They're people. Good grief. The government.
It's like we're responsible for our government. Hello.
Right. Their government made a poor decision, in my opinion. That has had consequences for the rest of the world. And here we are in that heavy stuff.
Did you guys see that picture I just sent you?
So cute.
I did.
I want eyelashes on my car.
I could not stop talking. I didn't even see the eyelashes. Karen saw them. I could not stop talking about it. And when your dad came into the office, I said, if that's for sale, buy it.
That's cute. Did you see that like in real life?
Yes, it was across the street from our office.
Oh, super cute.
I'd have been over there.
59 Nash Rambler.
Walking around it, looking at it, looking in the windows, petting it. If it was a Camaro. I
would have spent your entire inheritance on that little sucker.
Good.
Thank goodness.
There she goes again. Threatening.
Mm-hmm.
One of these days.
And that is not even a joke. I want that car.
Get it?
It's not for sale.
Aw.
Oh. Did you make an offer though? You don't know.
I didn't even go across the street.
Who did?
Well,
Karen must have.
Oh, somebody.
You gotta make an effort.
She talked to whoever it is. Okay.
She went over there. I don't know. It was after I left the office, so I heard that.
Shh.
I did that purposely.
Forgot to mute, Tel.
Usually I mute, but I thought we talked earlier about the heavy stuff and needing a beer, so
there it is.
Okay. So tonight we're supposed to talk about pets.
Yep.
Who wants to go with that one?
I remember my very first pet, my very first 12 pets, gerbils, hamsters.
Yeah.
Yeah. I remember coming home from wherever we went one weekend and I had 3 gerbils and 2 of them were dead and one was eating the both of them.
How the hell did that happen?
I don't know. We left them with food and water. I don't know.
How long did you leave them?
It was just like a weekend.
We had never gone very long.
It's when we lived in that upstairs apartment with the porch where Shelly and I took apart the phone.
We were probably at Grandma and Grandpa's.
Yeah.
Because I was probably out getting drunk and they were taking care of you.
Could be. I don't know. I don't remember that. I just remember coming home.
You know, my favorite pet you guys had when you were little? Margot had a guinea pig.
Oh, I love guinea pigs.
I didn't live with you guys
Wasn't
when
that
she
yours,
had
Margot?
a guinea pig.
Yeah, you vacated, whatever.
I only remember old Granny having guinea pigs.
Gerbils. Oh, did she have guinea pigs?
Yeah.
My kids had guinea pigs.
I do not remember myself having. I know she used to come when she'd come stay with us in the summer. She would bring her animals with her, whatever.
Well, of course.
They make the cutest noise. Can anybody make that noise? Can anybody do that?
Oh, it's the little chirpy noise. It's so cute.
Yeah.
You guys ever YouTubed guinea pig videos?
No.
And watched people taking care of them, training them, feeding them? Guinea pigs eat a lot of food, a lot. They have to eat a lot of food to stay healthy. And there's a whole science behind it. And yeah, there's some really cool videos about people who are crazy psycho guinea pig people. And me and Jason watch the videos all the time.
That is adorable.
It's really cute.
I also had hermit crabs. I don't know why.
When I was little, we didn't have hermit crabs. We had those little tiny lizards that you could put like a piece of yarn, not yarn, but that stuff you crochet with around their neck.
Would be yarn.
And put a little safety pin. Well, okay. And
are you thinking the smaller stuff?
Yeah, the stuff you do needlepoint with.
Oh, okay, thread.
Oh, thread. Yeah,
that's right. Okay. And we would pin it with a little tiny gold pin and have it right on our shoulder.
Cute.
My mother was
and
crazy
weird.
like that. You could do that. And my mother would wear it. What?
I'm sure she
Why
would.
not?
Oh, Grandma, I bet she did. I never knew that. There are people, well, at least in the last 10 years, that wear roaches like that.
Okay.
No, they don't.
Yes, they do.
Yeah, they do. Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah.
Or other
What kind of
types
roaches are those?
They're giant ones. They're like from whatever Australia or Africa. They're ginormous. And they put a little chain around them and then pin it to them. Mm-hmm.
A chain. They're big enough for a chain.
Yes.
Your dad would.
Oh,
wear
Margot,
that.
Google it, Margot.
I'm going.
Roach brooch or something like that. It's called.
My blouse roach. Oh yeah. Ooh.
No. Nope.
No, no bugs for me.
No worries, Shelley.
And when our kids were growing up, they were not allowed to have rodents or reptiles. Not because
You're
of me.
so mean.
I would have done
That
it.
was rude.
I
Yeah.
know, but their dad doesn't like rodents or reptiles. So
I remember when Amy lived with us, God bless her. I love her. She lived with us, and her best friend down the street, Sarah, had rats,
Yep.
white rats.
Mhm.
I'm like, nope, we're not having rats.
Oh,
Nope.
yeah, I remember.
And then I found
Rat.
out it was illegal to keep rats in the city limits.
Oh, really?
Wow.
Interesting.
So we got her a rabbit.
That's not a roach brooch, Margot.
Eat watermelon.
Well, no, and we were on guinea pig, so I sent guinea pig.
Oh, I don't know. My favorite animal, though, is a dog. My favorite pet animal.
Yes, of course.
And the first dog I ever remember being what I feel like was a pet that I was a part of being, maybe not the owner, but was a pet to me, is Nipper.
I don't remember
do you
Nipper.
remember Nipper?
I remember Nipper.
I can
Yes.
hardly believe that. That dog could climb trees.
Mhm.
That was a rat terrier, and that little sucker could, well, it didn't really climb it. Jumped up them trees after that stupid squirrel.
I remember one time when we lived with Grandma and Grandpa, I think we had to have still lived with them. And I opened the front door and Nipper was there and he was all tore up because he had been in a fight. I remember that.
Yes, I remember that.
Yeah, but I do remember Nipper.
Nasty little boy. He was not fixed, and somebody one time took and put a rubber band around his
Ooh.
thing.
Oh,
Yeah, it's a good thing my dad found it, because
that would have been terrible.
They do that, I guess. Yes, around his little
Who does that?
people who didn't
don't
like
like
my
dogs?
dog messing with their dog.
Oh, you mean to like neuter it? Just
Yeah. They didn't care. Yeah.
Okay.
Well, they banded him, but it sounds like they didn't band him right.
They didn't
Right.
care. And I'm sure back then we didn't license our dogs. We didn't
Mhm.
shot our dogs. We didn't do anything. The dogs ran in the neighborhood. It was life the way it was.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you, Margot, for the roach picture.
It is a thing,
They're
people.
bejeweled?
Well, they've got
Why is
clothes.
it
They
shiny?
put jewels on them.
Yeah, they bejewel it.
Well,
Is it alive?
I don't-
Yes.
Do they do it with hot glue and everything, Margot?
I don't think it's hot glue. It's got to be some kind of glue, but
Probably tape
Glue
of
the
some
roach.
sort.
Those cannot be alive.
Oh, we'll have to find a
I
video.
don't- Those look like they're dead because they've been made into jewelry. Those are dead. They're pinned on the thing and everything.
Oh,
They're pinned on this board.
Jack.
Oh, that's
Jack.
disgusting.
Shelley.
Who is this disgusting?
Yes, I've seen
That's
actually video
not
where
okay.
they kind of crawl. You got it pinned to your lapel, and they kind of just crawl around up your shoulder. And
I'm gonna throw up.
so,
Nasty.
It's something you call the exterminator for, not something you wear.
I agree.
Oh my Lanta.
So, Mom, talk about your
Hey.
pets.
Before Nipper, we had Stormy Cloud.
Does
Mm.
say
He
live.
was a hound dog, and they think he was a beagle, so he
Mm.
was short.
Yeah.
And we were such terrible 3 children, my sister and brother and I. We were trying to get him over the fence. We had this old fence, right? And we're trying to get him over the fence, and we hung him.
Oh no.
And my
Oh no.
my uncle hung him. And my mother freaked out and called my uncle, who is Les, my dad's
Uncle
brother.
Les. Okay.
Or my dad's Uncle Les. And he came over and gave the damn dog mouth to mouth
Oh,
and brought it back.
wow.
That's amazing.
And then we had to give the dog to somebody on a farm. 'Cause he needed to go.
Quote farm.
I don't know the sequence of events. However, that did all those things did happen. And my mother said, "You tried to hang the dog." No, I'm pretty sure we were just trying to get him out of the yard.
Mm.
And Uncle Les was a fireman, right?
Right.
Hmm.
We had a dog one time. I don't remember its name. It was a mutt. Of course, we always had mutts except for that little beagle, and Nipper was not a mutt. But anyway, and it didn't come home. And I was so devastated. And my uncle found it. It had been hit by a car.
Mm.
And he brought it home, and he opened the trunk of his car, and I would not believe it was him, that dog. I was so traumatized.
Oh.
No, that's not No, and I can't remember the dog's name.
Oh,
My memory of something like that was Julie when we were in North St.
Oh,
Paul.
yes, that one still makes me mad.
Dang dog jumped that freaking chain link fence all the time.
Which
Yep.
dog
Is
was
she
it
the
that
one
jumped the
she-
fence all the time and got its hoo-hoo caught and we had to have it stitched up?
yeah. I was just going to ask
That was-
which dog was that?
That's probably Frank.
that Frank?
Frank or Otto?
Otto, maybe? I don't remember. Dad would probably remember.
Yeah. I'm guessing probably Frank because I
Yeah,
don't
I
think
remember.
Frank moved to South Haven with us, but Otto did.
Yeah, Otto was, I don't think we got Otto till we were there. But yeah, I think you're right, Frank. And then we got one from the rescue when Julie was missing and I thought, okay, we'll take that one. And that dog jumped right through the garage window
Yes.
and broke it to get a garbage.
I don't
Julie
remember
did?
what dog that was.
No, Julie was missing and somebody brought that dog thinking it was Julie and it
Mm.
wasn't.
It
We
wasn't.
just kept it.
Mhm.
We just kept it and then it did that. And I don't think we kept it after it did that.
No.
No. Mm-mm.
The first dog we had in North St. Paul was Bandit that we had in the apartments.
Yes. Yeah, we were naughty. We weren't supposed to have pets.
Yeah. And Bandit, we got in all kinds of trouble. We got all these notices because he barked all the time. And one day I came home from school and Bandit was not there anymore. I don't know where Bandit went.
I'll have to ask Dad what happened
But
because
before
I don't
that
know.
happened, before Bandit left, he tore up Grandpa's Bible. That was mine. Remember? Does
Oh.
anybody remember this?
Mm-mm.
I will never forget coming home from school, and Bibles have a lot of pages.
Yep.
And that there were pages covering the entire floor
Aw.
of the living room, the dining room. I was devastated, but really cool story because I was devastated that Bible got, destroyed.
Mm-hmm.
I went to VBS with Kimmy and Carol like within the next couple weeks.
Mm-hmm.
And one of the prizes was a Bible. And there was going to be one for a girl and one for a boy. And it was going to be for the best behaved girl or boy. And I sat with my little two hands together between my knees and I didn't move. A whole
No.
week, I swear. And I won that Bible.
Now, which one of your sisters is surprised by that?
Not me.
By what? By what?
You
That
sitting
you
there.
would sit still
Perfect.
for a week.
I really wanted that Bible. I was so heartbroken that Grandpa's was wrecked. So I don't know. I thought that was pretty cool.
That is a cool
That
story.
is cool.
Huh.
Yeah.
Well, and then
Oh,
Margot.
Margot, you want to talk about what about your pets?
What about my pets? Well, I don't remember any of the pets that you guys have been talking about.
No, you won't.
Fluffy.
Well, right. She's going to remember Sarah, Sam, and Fluffy, and Turkey, and
Oh my gosh, there's a
Black Star, and
Yeah,
Babe.
yeah, and
frog
Greta
on my
and
dining room
Babe.
window. Okay.
Get it in for a pet.
There you go. There's your pet.
It's climbing
It's
up my
God.
dining room window.
It's God telling you.
I
It's
need-
God saying,
I need
Kelly.
an amphibian. It's not a reptile. It's not a rodent. It's an amphibian. I'm
See if
sorry,
that goes
Margot.
over.
That's okay.
Go ahead. Go, Margot.
Yeah, so no, I remember, Fluffy and Turkey and
Mhm.
Greta and Sam and Sarah.
Oh, turkey.
Mm-hmm.
Poor turkey.
Yeah.
She got her name because she was a little turkey.
Yeah.
She was the cutest little kitten. I'll just never forget that.
And I'll never forget
She's such
the
a turkey.
time we got to Mom and Dad's house and they were cooking turkey legs on the Weber and Turkey had lost her leg.
Oh.
She had been hit by a car.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
She had been hit by a car, and I think we were heading to a concert of mine or something, because I just remember being dressed and ready to go. And she came to the door and she was purring. It was the weirdest thing. And obviously she had been hit by a car and her leg was completely destroyed. That was horrible.
You know what surprised
But thanks to Mom and Dad, they allowed her to live and had her leg amputated so that she could remain in the family until many,
Yeah.
many, many years later.
Yes. Unlike other animals beforehand, they fixed her up and
Yeah.
yeah.
Right.
Which that did
Mhm.
surprise me, but she had been a member of the family for a long time.
And remained so after we moved here.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Oh, Turkey moved there with you too?
She did. She lived
Mhm.
here with us for a
Wow.
couple months until until she pretty much just sat on the back of the couch and didn't move for all day for like 2 or 3 days. And yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
she just died a natural death.
Margot actually drove here with a dog and a cat.
I remember when
car.
you guys left Minnesota because you came to my house and got Margot's piano with the big U-Haul and Margot in the little, what was that little car you had, Margot? It was Grandpa's car.
I had a Lynx.
Wasn't-
It was a Lynx.
Wasn't that Grandpa's car that you got from
No,
him?
She
no.
got that later.
Okay.
Yeah,
That was
was
later.
my car. Yeah.
Yeah, you were pretty new. You were only 16. I don't think you had your driver's license very long.
I had literally gotten my driver's license like the week before.
That's what I
think it was the
thought.
day before, actually.
It was, yeah. It literally was like then and there. And then it was like, bam,
you're
900-mile trip.
You're driving to Montana there, girl. And you were by yourself in the car, correct?
Mm-hmm.
And Mom
Yeah.
and Dad were in the U-Haul.
Mom and Dad were in the U-Haul, and Dad didn't think that was super necessary to always keep me in sight.
They're trying to lose you.
She was a race car driver, just so you
Well,
know.
Well,
She-
not yet.
She did learn from Dad.
Yes.
Good grief. That man. Oh,
Oh, yeah.
if I ride in the back
To
seat,
this
I just
day.
keep my eyes closed
Yep.
and pray. So, Margot,
Yeah. And then
keep going
we
with
got
that.
Sarah and Sam.
Yep.
Yeah, we got Sarah and Sam. And
Yep.
they raised
Do you
Cocker
remember when
Spaniels for years?
Do you remember when Sam got probably stepped on by the horse? We're never quite sure what happened to him. And he came walking up the sidewalk in French Lake on his front paws.
On his front
with
paws.
his hind.
Yep. Actually,
I'm like, what is wrong with that dog?
he was walking on just the two front paws, and we had people over. I happened to be home that weekend, and Lou and I took him to the vet on a Saturday, an emergency vet visit, and he couldn't find anything wrong with him. And he did that for, I think, the entire day.
Oh, it was amazing.
It was.
Yeah, I remember you took him to the vet.
He was a handstand.
Remember Sam though? He had that V cowlick on his head.
Mhm.
Yes.
And
Yep.
it didn't matter how much you shaved him, you could shave him all the way down to the skin. He still had that little V cowlick
Yep.
that was always there.
Yeah, Sam and Sarah
And
were
then-
pretty good dogs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sarah, my best friend growing up.
I think they all snapped
Mhm.
at my kids once or twice. So Joe bit Steven in the face once.
Oh,
Well, yeah,
I sold
Joe,
her then.
Yeah, Joe was
sold her.
never quite fit in with
She was
the
beautiful.
menagerie.
Oh, she
a very
was.
She was
pretty dog.
absolutely gorgeous.
And she was
But
great
she
with
just didn't. I sold her.
she was great with adults,
I-
but she didn't like children.
What color was Joe? Was she like a chocolate brown or something?
Solid
black.
black.
Black. Okay.
Mhm.
Jet black.
And
Okay.
she was
And these
like
were
looked
Cocker
a lot
spaniel.
like an English cocker.
Mm-hmm.
She
Mhm.
had really long legs and beautiful hair. She was
Mhm.
beautiful.
She was very beautiful.
Mhm.
And
Yeah.
off she went.
And I remember Fluffy. She would come into my bed at night when I was sleeping, purring and purring and purring, and I would knock her off the bed, and she would come back even louder. So the next time I'd knock her even further, and she'd come back.
poor
I would-
Fluffy.
I would fling her off the bed. She would hit the wall, and she would.
Margot.
She's in
What?
heaven and she's so sad.
Wow.
I remember once.
That cat was loud, and she was obnoxious.
She was loud.
I
She was loud.
remember once Dave and I had come home for the weekend. And apparently we had left a door open and she came in our room and did that loud purring. And Dave's not much of a cat guy. And he was like, you get that cat out of here. And I had to take it and put it into someone else's room. We must have had fans on or something to keep things cool because we didn't have air in that house. So,
Nope.
yep.
Yeah, Fluffy had she was beautiful. Was she
Well, she
Angora
was.
or something?
She was gray, long hair. I don't know if she was Angora or anything. It was very long and very soft. So it's possible.
Yeah, fluffy. Very fluffy.
Mhm.
She was fluffy.
Then I remember one of Margot's dogs when she lived in a
One of my
mobile
dogs.
home.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah,
What was that?
Ooh,
Was
yeah.
a
Becca Marie.
wiener
wasn't
dog.
she a
She's-
basset?
Not a wiener.
She's a basset hound.
Yeah.
Yep, she
Oh,
was a
okay.
basset hound. She was so cute. Oh, she was just like the perfect color and the perfect shape and size basset hound. But that dog was stupid. Oh, that dog was stupid.
Like, as in dumb, you mean? Or
As in dumb.
why do you say way.
And because she was like
No, she was smart. She could get in your cupboards.
well, yeah, she that's because her brain didn't work. And it didn't matter. You could like some dogs, you know, if they get punished, they don't do it again, but not this dog. This dog got into the cupboards one time, and when Jason used to go to work in the morning, he always would take a big cup of Carnation instant breakfast. And so I had a big, huge can of it, like a Costco size can of chocolate Carnation powder mix, and the dog opened up the cabinet, got the container out, and ate the whole thing.
Oh
While
boy.
we were gone at work. And we come home, and there's the dog with these big, huge chunks of chocolate and saliva just stuck to its face and its ears.
Oh.
And just sitting there looking at you all cute and like, what? Oh, you're home. Yay. Nothing's happening here.
Mhm.
And it was a mess. And so obviously it's not real chocolate because the dog did not die. And because dogs are not supposed to have chocolate, but stupid dog.
You guys got rid of that dog, didn't you?
We did. Well, yeah, we had to get rid of it like 3 times because the thing kept running. It kept running away, and then would get picked up, and then it would have still had our names on the dog tag. So, and then Jason get the dog and go take him back to, I can't remember. It was a farm that raised basset hounds. Yeah.
Oh, funny.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and then it tried to burn down my house.
Kelly, do you remember? I don't remember which dog it was, but you and the dog sat in the living room at Grandma's house and ate a whole chocolate cake.
I think that was Nipper. I don't remember it, but I've been told stories about it, and I'm pretty sure it was Nipper.
A whole chocolate cake, you and the
chocolate
dog.
Cake. Yep. Grandma.
And how old was Kelly?
She was probably 2-ish.
Okay.
And I was probably sleeping. Yeah.
Because I remember this story, and so I must remember it from hearing it and not experiencing it.
Right.
Well,
Isn't that
it's possible.
interesting? 'Cause
It's possible she was later in life. I don't know.
I just remember it, and I probably would have thought it was me that actually did it
We could blame you.
because of the story. Well, why not?
Actually,
Pile it on.
Actually, now that I remember it, I think that's the story I was told is Shelley and the dog did it. And I'm being honest. I'm not.
No, I feel the same memory, and I don't know why.
Oh,
I've got
perhaps.
nothing to base it on.
You know, we did have an episode about false memories.
Mm-hmm.
I know one of you girls did it, and it was all over.
Yeah. I really think it was, I believe the story I was told all my life was Shelley did it.
I like it.
Well, I prefer Kelly doing it, so.
I was going to say, Shelley got blamed for the paint footprints in Hampton, too. And
this was going to come up tonight. Who the hell stepped in the paint?
You know, I would love to know. Because how could I was in first grade.
Mm-hmm.
There was no paint on my feet. How in the world could that have been? Think about it. How could a first grader go get the paint, step in, paint somehow, and not spill the can, and walk across the porch and clean feet? And I don't know where the paint can ended up, but there was no evidence on my feet.
And
there was no evidence on any of our feet.
On anyone's feet.
I don't know.
Your feet fit the...
Hey,
nobody. Yeah.
I have listened to enough murder podcasts to know that it is possible.
However,
that a first grader in the middle of the night could do this on her own. Okay.
I'm going to say this out loud.
Well,
here.
I didn't.
Auntie thought that house was haunted. Auntie swears that house was haunted.
Mary.
So there you go.
So it was a ghost.
Well, I mean, I don't know about all that, but I do know that I didn't do it because I would remember it. And I was like, why are you? I remember being accused, and everybody had to line up, and everybody had to put their little foot over the footprint, and whoever is matched, that's who did it. Why is this funny?
This is like CIA.
I think you mean...
Was there bright lights?
I think there were bright lights.
Science.
Yes. No, there were no lights, but we all were standing there because don't forget who was in charge there. Uncle Wally lived there.
Yeah.
And he was not the nice Uncle Wally back then. I probably shouldn't say that.
That's okay. He was.
It's okay.
He was.
Yeah, but does everybody in the family listen?
It's okay.
I don't want to. Okay.
He was
tough back then.
He was
tough.
He was strict Uncle Wally. That's the way to put it. But yes,
But
I
he
was
was
never
anyway.
so grateful to have big feet at that point.
And you didn't tell each other who did it. It's like,
That's because none of us did it.
None of
It
us.
had to be some of those bratty neighbors. Some bratty
Something.
boy neighbor somewhere did it.
Yeah.
there were no neighbors, darling.
Yeah, it was.
Do you
they
ever
were-
remember children coming over to play? Nope.
I remember Hampton.
I remember that farm.
Actually, I don't live very far from Hampton. Kelly, I'd love to go over there and see.
Yeah,
if it's
we
still
just
there.
need to
That house
figure out how
cannot
to
be
get
still
there. I remember Captain.
Google it.
I remember Captain. He was
Well,
the big old
do you know
steer.
Do you know
Yes.
the address, Mom?
Hampton.
Okay.
I know it was a windy road out of town with cornfields on either side. That's what I can tell you. It was not
Oh,
very.
Your
well,
dad proposed
that
to
narrowed it down, Kelly.
Yep.
your dad proposed to me in one of those cornfields. Just so you know.
Oh,
I remember
cornfield.
Chief. Do you remember? Does anyone else remember Chief?
No.
He
was
the
that
great-
a steer?
No,
Or was
he
that the
was
horse? That was
the
the horse.
Yep. And George, who was
Yeah, that was the big
farmhand.
horse.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Mhm.
Was
big.
George okay? You girls?
Oh,
Was George okay?
George was very nice. I remember no
As far
bad.
as I
You know, back
yeah.
then
About
we
George.
didn't worry about we
Mhm.
didn't worry about funny old men then like we do now.
Right.
And so I
Just-
need
right.
to ask.
I just had a conversation with my husband last night. We were talking about Hampton, the farm, and my memories. And I'm like, oh, that horse, he was huge. I was like, I was 9 years old and that horse I couldn't hardly reach his nose. He would have to put his nose down. And I said, and I used to sit and talk to George and he'd let me go pet Chief. And I said, and I have very few actual full memories of what happened, but I have no bad feeling. And I said, in this day and age, I sure wouldn't let my 9-year-old sit down there in a barn talking to some old fart who's,
Right. We just
The
didn't
hired
think about
hand.
that.
No, George
Right.
George was a great guy. He was a sweetheart from
Yeah.
my memory.
Didn't he get crushed by Captain?
I
Pushed up against a wall?
I think so.
Yes.
Yes. And he got injured pretty badly. I don't know if Captain gored him because Captain
I
had
think he
them
just
horns.
pushed it.
Holy
I think it was just one of
shit.
those simple, it was one of those simple things where he pushed. I don't know, Dad will remember. I'll
Yeah.
check on that to write that down.
And that's how it started. I said, because when we lived on that farm, we took care of pigs. We were watching something to do with pigs and he's explaining something. He goes, well, I don't know if you know anything about raising pigs. I said, oh, I remember things. I remember feeding them. I remember them having babies. I said, I don't know if Uncle was the caretaker of that part of the farm, but he was certainly out there taking care of pigs. And he and Dad,
They were their pigs.
they were their pigs. Okay. And then I remember he and Dad denutting the pigs and then making
Ew.
us eat Rocky Mountain oysters.
When
No.
Yeah.
when I met your dad, he was 18 years old, and I took him to the farm, and he never left. Anyway, so
Isn't that
Wally,
kidnapping?
I could ask.
He was no, 18. He was an adult.
Barely. They didn't even want to call him an adult back
Mm.
then. But they, Uncle said, we're going to castrate the pigs. And so he took Steve out there to castrate pigs. And one
Oh
of
my
them
gosh.
squirted their little nuts in his face. Oh my God. I thought it's the funniest.
It's not funny.
He did not think it was funny.
It's freaking hilarious.
I don't think things are funny that you guys think. I'm like, that's disgusting. I'm like sick for him right now.
It's hilarious because it didn't happen to me.
Text one of you need to text him right now and ask him if he
I have
remembers
too
that.
much empathy for people.
Because I want to see if
Just-
he laughs. He's downstairs. It'd be funny if he laughed.
You can hear him then.
Get on it, Margot.
Oh, I'm not texting my dad. Hey, I heard you got nut juice in your face.
He'll be like calling her up.
Who
What
snorted?
are
Who
you talking?
snorted? Who snorted? Who
I think
did
that was Margot.
It was not me.
It had to be Kelly.
It was not me.
It was Mom.
Oh,
Oh my gosh.
Not me doesn't live here.
Aw. I thought not me left my house, but it hasn't.
You guys remember the cows? The cows at French
Oh,
Lake?
yes.
And they used to get out all the time.
We have
They
a lot of
never
stories
stayed
about the
in.
cows.
They were always out, and we always had to get them.
Feed them freaking
I remember
Twinkies.
Grandma standing there. Grandma standing
Okay.
there at the end of standing there in the road with her arms out and her legs spread, going trying to catch.
I
the
know. I know.
You're just
I
standing
mean,
there,
how
Grandma,
many-
and she's
Old granny. Oh my gosh, I can't
Oh
even
my
believe it.
God.
How-
And then the cow ate a tinfoil thing, and I thought she was going to have a heart attack.
Poor granny.
Oh
The stuff you
gosh.
put her through.
She is a hell of a woman, let me tell you.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. What do you
So we have a
remember
lot
about
of
the cows, Margot?
No, Shelley
You were just
had
a little,
story about
you were,
cows.
Well, I was just going to say, how many times did we get a phone call? Your cows are out. Or your horses are out. Or, oh, there was this one time
goats.
get on the bus. I've got an hour ride to school. And as I'm going down the street, I see our horse. I'm like, oh, that's not good because I've got an hour till I get to school. There are no cell phones. There's nothing I can do. I should have got off the bus.
How the hell did they always get out? I must not have been there when that
We
happened.
got out. All the time those cows and horses were out.
Always.
The goats, the guy down the street where Debbie lived when she bought, before she bought the house, they had Chinese, some kind of cherry trees.
Oops.
Anyway,
Oh.
and he was going to sue us because our goats were
Oh, dear.
chewing on his cherry trees. I said, I'm going to charge you for pruning them.
No, I did
Oh
not
my
live at home with
gosh.
the goats. I lived at home with the cows. And I do remember
Kelly,
So why
you
don't
missed
we-
that?
Yeah.
Are you sure, Cal? Because we had them all at the same time at one point.
Huh. Well, maybe.
Cirrus,
Yeah.
quiet down.
I do.
So
you know-
we should actually
Go ahead, Jill.
Yeah, go ahead.
list all the animals because at one point we had a lot of stinking animals.
Well, we haven't heard your favorite or your animal story yet, though.
Your pet.
I had pets. The farm. Hello.
Mm-hmm. You got.
I had the same. I'm a cat person. I grew up with all the dogs you had, Kelly.
Mm-hmm.
And then we had Turkey and Fluffy. Turkey was my kitty until I left, and then
Don't
Margot
forget
stole
Dad's
it.
and Margot's. I guess I don't know.
Everybody forgets Pee-Pee. That was my first cat, Peanut.
And then I had Peanut, and then I had the horse, Babe,
Mm-hmm.
and then we got Black Star, Margot's horse.
How come both you got
But we had
horses and I didn't?
You left.
No.
You left when the
I was
horses came
there
in. Yep.
when you got Babe.
Yep.
I used to ride
Nope.
Babe all the time.
Yeah, but you were causing trouble.
Oh.
You didn't earn it.
Oh, Mom, those girls down the street are kind of homely. Don't worry about me being with them.
Did you say that,
No, I doubt that.
Kelly?
You did too.
I don't
Can't
remember it
imagine
then.
that, but
I don't remember it then.
well, that's one good way to throw her off the scent. We're up to no good.
Okay.
Don't worry, Mom.
Okay.
Yeah, that's hilarious.
We had rabbits that ate their own poop, Shelley.
14 at one point because
We
they kept
had goats.
have
We had
babies.
chickens. We had turkeys. We had ducks. We had
Geese.
cows. Oh my
horses,
land.
cows, goats. We never had pigs. It'd be easier to say what we didn't have.
Well, I don't know. Do you want to count when we were on the farm?
We didn't have
Oh,
sheep.
right.
No, that doesn't count.
I never liked sheep much, but I sure do like goats.
No, I loved sheep when I used to go to Grandma's house and
Yeah.
yeah.
Grandma Joe's house.
Yep.
I was just thinking the same thing.
Shelly,
The strawberry
You know-
patch.
do you remember us riding a bus down there? Did we do it together or was it just me? I feel like we both did.
I don't remember, Cal. I just know we were there several summers.
Okay, Margot,
Mhm.
I want you to hear this. They went
Okay.
on a bus cross country to their grandma's house, and your husband doesn't want to let the kid go down the street.
Well, it was
Well,
2 hours away.
my husband got put on a Greyhound bus to go visit his dad after his parents separated. And
Oh,
yeah, it was a couple-hour bus ride.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Well,
I barely remember that. Boy, putting you on the bus.
I put my children on airplanes to go visit you people in Montana by themselves.
Right,
Oh my
but
gosh.
that just Kelly, talking about that bus trip to see Isla makes my gut turn.
Yeah.
Now
I get it,
Mhm.
Mom. I do. I understand. 2 little girls.
I was so
and
careless
I know
with
I
your
did
lives.
it once myself.
It wasn't unusual back then.
Mm-mm.
You can let it go. We're okay. Nothing
Okay.
happened. I mean,
It was a different
obviously,
world.
and I would have, it was, but it wasn't. We just didn't hear about it. It
Right.
was still happening.
Yeah.
We just, it wasn't unusual. So
Yeah.
it's
Okay.
Me.
It's okay.
Listening to the podcast I
still
listened
kinda-
to
Woo.
and knowing what I was doing as a 14 to 16-year-old girl. Well, yeah, 13 to 16-year-old girl.
That's
Which I
another podcast, and I
Yeah.
will need more than beer for that one.
But her point is running around gallivanting across the, different
Yes.
cities and
Yeah.
stuff, just
Running away.
willy-nilly without, right.
And now I listen to these podcasts
Wow.
and I hear about all the serial killers that were in this area at that time. Oh.
Well,
Beyond
see, we
that,
always talk about murder with you three. We always end up there.
All right, back
you
to pets.
started it.
Back to
I
pets.
did not. Back to pets.
I want to talk about
All right.
feeding the cows Twinkies.
Yeah. What the heck? Why did Dad take a pickup truck to the Hostess store?
It was the
Mhm.
day old bread store.
Get all the day old stuff because it wasn't
we could
just
buy
bread,
it for
though.
like $5 and fill up our pickup truck or something craziness
and
like that.
Whoever said that was good to feed cows?
Well, let me explain something to you. Explain this here. We would
Explain
get bread, like loaves of Wonder Bread,
Yep.
Mhm.
and do that. But when we sent Ben one time to get
Oh.
the donuts, he brought back Twinkies. And Steve said, "Oh my Lord, they saw you coming," because we had to unwrap every one of them
Everyone.
Twinkies.
Yes, we did.
Yes, we
We
did.
unwrapped a pickup truck bed full of not just Twinkies, because there were banana flips, because I remember eating them.
There were
Oh,
Twinkies.
banana flip.
There were what are the
Oh.
chocolate covered things? Ho-hos? Or
Oh,
there was
I don't even
it was
know.
all of it. It was all of it. It was all this yeah.
It was a
Zingers.
lot.
Those were
Oh.
zingers.
when
Yeah, so
when Dad and I did it, we had the Pacer. Do you remember the Pacer?
Oh,
We
remember the
filled
love
Pacer.
basic.
that car. Yes.
But Ben had a pickup. So we let him do it once. Oh, only once.
Oh.
So is that our memory? This only happened one time, and I feel like we did it a
I
lot.
feel we did it a lot. I remember loaves of bread. I remember being happy when it was loaves of bread because it was a lot quicker than
Just rip it open.
a
Throw the
lot
yeah.
quicker than
Well,
feeding
do you
them
remember
them
that the
Twinkies.
neighbors all came and got free bread?
Nope.
Yes, every one of those neighbors came.
Like
And
down
got
our
free
dead
bread.
end road? Down our
They
dead
got
end
free
road?
bread.
I'm sure.
What's their names? Jim. What's his name? Of Parks. Their family got free bread.
Oh, the park
Don't-
did too.
Don't say
and
the
your friends down the
names.
other way.
Shelley's
Oh,
friends.
the triplets.
Okay.
Yes.
What was the name of the people that lived down the dirt road from us?
Snabs.
Stokes.
Snabs.
Snab.
Snabs.
Snabs.
Snabs. Okay.
And Auntie took care of Margot when we went to work. You remember that, Margot?
Mm-hmm.
Auntie?
Auntie Snab.
Oh,
Mhm.
okay.
That was
Yep.
what we
I
called
do
her.
remember that.
don't.
I do remember that.
Go up to her
Yeah.
house.
That was
She had
after
a
Shelley
trailer.
ran away.
They had a trailer. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
After Shelley ran away.
Well, I have a habit of losing kids. They just kind of leave.
Oh, well, let me tell you, biggest mistake of my life. And but I am the reason that when my children got involved with somebody that I knew was not good for them, I said, do what you want. I don't agree. Here's your rules. Here's your curfew. I'm not going to tell you no because I know what can happen. Thank God. Because the minute you said you can't date him anymore, I was like, but I love him, and ran away. And oops.
You know what?
So
It was tough. It was hard. It was an oops, but you know what? You gained so much with your children. You have fantabulous
yeah,
children.
I mean,
Absolutely.
for sure.
Yes. Yeah.
For sure. No. I mean, we all make mistakes and we learn from them and we move on. So what I learned from my own mistake was not to tell my kids who they could not date and let it work itself out. And thank God it worked out. That's all I could say.
You know, I
Amen.
understand that as well. I could give them advice. I could try to warn them, but I had a daughter call me hysterical after her tragic breakup, driving down a freeway, going back to her college dorm, and I was 100 miles away. That is a hard place to be.
It
Really
is.
hard. And I called him.
So we've all been in that place except for Margot. She has not had that place. She's had a different place.
I'll tell you this, I channeled my best mom that day. That's a term my daughters use. I channeled my best mom that day. When I lost connection with my daughter, I called him. He didn't answer, but I left him a message and told him if anything happened to my daughter as she was hysterically crying, driving down the freeway, I was going to come hunt him down and kill him. End of story. Never heard from him again.
Oh, I threatened that once or twice.
I was just going to say,
I watched you
Oh, yeah.
I remember somebody getting his hair ripped out.
pull a guy out of his car by his hair, rip his
by the
keys
hair.
out of the ignition, throw his keys in the cornfield, get me out of the
No,
car.
your dad said, "Don't do it, Terry."
Yep.
So I didn't.
You did too throw them. You threw
Well, I
them.
didn't throw them as far as I wanted to.
Okay. Well, you threw
'Cause
them.
he said, "Don't." He said, "Don't."
She exercised restraint.
No, father did.
And the fun part is he wasn't even my boyfriend at the time. He was just simply doing something for me. Getting me to town. Oh, I don't feel
You were
sorry
such
for
a
him.
brat.
He earned
I love
every broke my little 14-year-old heart. He did.
He sure did.
Mhm.
And yeah,
Mhm.
you were kind of a poop too.
Well, yeah.
One of the things One of the
But I
things I
like-
remember from French Lake is when Dad, I'm assuming it was Dad, might have been Mom, trained the animals not to come near the dinner table by laying the fly swatter on the floor.
Oh,
Remember that?
Ooh, I like it. I didn't remember that.
I do remember that, and I don't know which one of us thunk that one up.
I don't know. And the only reason that the animals knew was because they knew what that fly swatter did when they got hit with it.
It beat him. Yes. I can see Dad coming up with that because he had probably had it right at the table. And then he was like, here, if I just set it down here.
PETA's
I
going to
work-
be after us.
Are you sure it wasn't Grandma? I kind of feel like that was a Granny thing, but I don't know. I don't know if Granny was
She
living
probably
with you
taught
then.
it to Dad. She did. She did for, yeah.
Okay.
Who knows? But yeah, she lived out there in French Lake with them.
How did we all end up still friends?
Because we
Who
love
says
each
we're friends? We're family.
right?
What?
We do still like
Mom.
each other, I think.
Yeah, yeah. Do you remember when you wanted a breakfast nook in French Lake?
Yep.
Oh, yep.
Mhm. Yep. I remember what she got too. Oh.
Do you know
Dad
how long
kinda-
we lived without any floor? We just had that
Wait.
stupid, ugly floor
That
we lived in the kitchen.
Plywood floor.
Yeah.
Well, okay. And I
Oh.
loved that picture that recently surfaced about Kelly sitting
That
on the
was-
phone on that floor with that
Yes.
carpet. And I remember scraping that carpet off the floor.
Yes. Mom
That
ripped it out one
black
day,
Rubber.
The
and we
black
ha-
rubber
Over
backing.
it.
we used to
Yes.
have to come home and scrape that freaking black rubber crap. Oh,
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
I could
Off
go to
the
jail for the
plywood.
things I did to you kids.
Not anymore, Mom.
It was chores. That's no big deal.
Oh, and you didn't like the stove. Somebody said something about that stove. That was your dad.
That was
I think.
Dad. That
Okay.
stupid pull-out stove.
What? Why did he call it that? I don't understand.
Because
the-
didn't you have to pull out the top
yes.
to get
The
the burners
burners.
out?
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yep.
I guess I don't remember.
Yep. And if you
How
had the
could I not
burners
remember
out
that?
and were using the oven, you had to duck under that to get into the oven. But wasn't there
To
an
reach
oven
under
on
the
top
oven.
too?
There was an oven on top.
Yes. Now I
Yeah.
remember. Okay.
Oh,
Dang, I wish we had more pictures of that stuff.
You guys remember Turkey,
I'm
Margot's boyfriend,
probably is some.
Oh,
What?
Fred?
whatever he was
Oh,
called,
the turkey.
big
Tom.
turkey.
His name was Tom.
Okay,
Tom.
that used to
Was it
Oh,
Tom? I thought I said
It was
Fred.
Tom.
he used to
Was
court
a
Margot.
a male turkey is a Tom.
Well,
Oh,
yeah.
did he love her? Oh, did he love her?
Mhm.
So remember
That-
when we
he
butchered
was as
him?
big as her.
He was.
No.
Well, we butchered him for Thanksgiving, and he didn't fit in the refrigerator. So, Mom, where
was
did Tom
50
go for the
pounds.
evening? Where did Tom go for the night before Thanksgiving?
I don't know.
The tub?
In the roaster in the back of the Pacer because it was cool outside. Not
Oh,
joking.
and nobody got botulism?
I was just going to say,
Yep.
we didn't die from dysentery or something.
It was cold
Who
outside. It
knows
was
what?
Thanksgiving. Come on.
Salmonella.
I
That's
just
not
know he
cold
weighed
enough.
50. If that turkey weighed 50 pounds and we couldn't.
Are you
eat-
sure?
Yes.
50?
He was giant. You
Well,
know,
of course, because I loved him and snuggled him and made him my own. And then you
Yes.
guys killed him and ate him.
Look, Margot.
Okay, that's so
Google
wrong on so
Master
many levels.
Margot, if you would research that, you would find out what that turkey was really doing.
He was trying to mate with you. It was really funny though to see him pull his like wings out and sort
Yeah.
of kind of swoop them
Yes.
around her and like it was really fun to watch.
and if any of us got close to her at that point, boy, were we in trouble.
Yeah, but I also remember we could get him away and he
Mhm.
would like leave,
Oh, Margot, your first love was a turkey. Did you ever tell your husband
a
that
turkey.
story?
Yes, he knows about Fred the turkey. He's okay with that. He's come to terms.
Yeah. He was never named Fred. So that must be in your little mind. You
Yeah.
called him Fred because we
Must
all
be.
called him Tom.
Yeah.
There was one, remember the male goat that just stunk?
Stunk.
Yes.
Stunk.
Oh,
Margot, do you remember
man.
the male goat?
I do not remember the stinky goat. I remember
Oh,
goats getting in everything and eating everything.
Yes,
Everything.
everything. We had one male big guy and he was so smelly.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
I
I don't think
remember
we had him very long because
Mom and Dad did goat milk.
Yes.
Oh.
Ew. I
Ugh.
swear the
Ugh.
milk smelled just like that nasty
The
goat.
milk was disgusting.
Terrible. And they
Totally.
were pasteurizing it in the kitchen all the time. Oh,
I
it was
remember
horrible.
when I had met my now husband and moved in with him after Mom had a fit about it. But anyway, and Mom and Dad gave us some goat meat. And I brought it home, put it in our little apartment freezer, and I decided to make, I think it was burger, and make spaghetti from it. Yeah, we've never eaten goat meat since, ever.
Because it's terrible.
It is.
It's terrible.
Okay, I'm going to say this. I didn't eat venison as a child, or didn't like it as a child. Had to eat it when I went to Auntie Wanda's house, and it was the grossest thing ever. When I was married to my husband and he was a deer hunter, he said, "Kelly, let me feed you the way we clean it, we process it, we do it." And it is very good. So it does have a lot to do with all that. If I ever have to eat goat again, I know how to freaking clean a deer. I can clean a goat. So I'll be fine.
All right.
Okay.
If that zombie apocalypse ever comes upon us.
I'm ready. I'll even eat
Okay.
squirrel then, which I've
Oh,
done
Ooh.
in
Oh.
my lifetime.
They're just rodents. I hate squirrels so much right now. I hate them. We took down we threw our big $50 feeder, put it right in the garbage. You know what they did? It was gorgeous. It was big and it kept them out for maybe a week. And then they
Aw.
figured it out. And then they started chewing holes in the plastic. They just ate right through it to get to whatever they wanted.
them damn city
That's
squirrels.
it. Yes, those city squirrels. They're starving now. And you know what I just
told you
noticed?
what to do. Put the
What?
peanuts in front of the neighbor's house.
I got to tell you something I noticed just this morning. I was thinking, because we live in a townhome and we have an HOA and they take care of all the outside stuff. And I was like, why aren't they taking care of those weeds that are in our rocks right there? And this morning I just happened to be over there watering my plants and I looked and I was like, I'll be darned if that ain't corn growing. It's corn.
Oh, that's great.
I know.
Okay,
I'm going to be
over
pulling
an
that out.
hour, ladies, and we haven't even done our health minute.
Oh,
Oh, yeah.
well, what are we going to do about that?
I don't know. Are you going to talk
All
about how to
right.
cook food? What not to eat?
No. Well, that's not what I had prepared. So I don't think I can talk about that.
I could do
what
a-
not to eat. Don't eat. What?
I was going to say,
Yeah,
I
Cal.
could we could have Mom do a recipe
eat
minute.
turtle.
Squirrel, turtle, you know.
I know that snapping turtle. We're going to have to talk about that someday too. And the
Right.
pressure cooker.
Yeah. Okay.
Still got to get on all that stuff.
Monster in the kitchen.
I like it. That's what we'll call the episode, The Monster in the Kitchen.
Mm.
Did Margot tell you what she got for her birthday?
Not a pressure cooker.
No, I got a air fryer.
Oh,
And it's not
Ooh.
just an air fryer, it's like the Rolls Royce of air fryers.
nice.
Of course you did.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, I didn't buy it. My dad bought it.
Yeah.
Well, what's funny too is I just got an air fryer.
Oh, did you?
Mhm.
It's not a Rolls Royce, I don't think, though.
Well, Margot could tell you what all hers does.
It does it all. It's about the size of a small child.
Yeah, I bet it's like a big toaster oven or something huge sitting on your Mine's big too.
Yeah. But does yours have like the basket in it or does yours have racks?
Basket.
Mine has a
Okay.
basket.
Mine has racks.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
I don't understand how that works. So that does sound like a toaster oven.
You're gonna have to
Yes,
send us
yes.
pictures.
It does look like a toaster oven. And I don't know.
Well, have fun. That's awesome. Very exciting. And happy
Yes.
birthday, Mom and Margot, by the way.
Yes,
Yes. Yes. Very cool. All right. Are we having our health moment?
we probably
Yes.
better.
Oh,
Moment, second. Okay. Well, I just wanted to bring up that the benefits of vitamin C today. I know that with the COVID situation going on, I believe doctors are recommending, and Kelly, maybe you can chime in since Christy has experienced this, that they're recommending vitamin C, vitamin D, and zinc. Is that it?
zinc is the biggie.
Zinc,
Right.
and B.
And B. Okay.
B12?
So-
are you talking?
I'm not sure. I can't remember which B, but I know it's B,
No,
C, D, and zinc.
Yeah, not B12, Mom. That's just for, people who probably don't eat meat. I would say probably a B complex of some sort
Mm-hmm.
is probably what they're talking about. But so I thought I would bring up the some health benefits of vitamin C, and I'll just briefly say that please do your research. Everybody do your own research. There's a lot out there, but it's a strong antioxidant. It lowers blood pressure, boosts the immune system, increases iron absorption, and I do take it with my iron, helps maintain healthy skin and hair, assists with weight loss, and is good for physical and mental health. So those are some good benefits. And if you're deficient in vitamin C, you could be suffering from inflammation of the gums or gingivitis, slow wound healing, dry and splitting hair, rough and dry skin, weak immune system, and swollen or painful joints, which is also inflammation typically. So get your vitamin C. Obviously, natural is best. Eat your oranges, eat your citrus fruits. It's in a lot of vegetables as well. But if you don't get all of that, for sure take a supplement, especially right now with COVID-19 going on. There you go.
All right.
Awesome. C, D, zinc, and B.
It's interesting because I ran out of my multivitamin and I haven't replenished it. So I haven't taken it in months. I'm starting to figure out my hair breaks. It's not really, Dave thinks it's falling out, but it's not. It just freaking breaks. Huh.
Okay.
All right. I'll get it done.
So, yeah, do that. And I take a multivitamin and vitamin C separate. The only thing I don't do is a separate zinc. And so, Kelly, I was wondering, did Christy happen to mention the dose that the doctor told her would be recommended
She
to
did
help
not.
prevent or fight COVID? Okay, I can reach out to her or maybe do
Yeah.
some research. My
She told me, but I don't
multivitamin.
remember.
Okay, my multivitamin has the full daily recommendation, but the recommended daily allowance isn't necessarily as much as you need. That is for an average over so many people.
Right.
That a lot of people need a bunch more. So
Right.
definitely worth researching.
Well, it depends on weight, depends on diet, depends on everything. So, yeah.
What I
Mhm.
know about zinc, and which I take a half of my pill, and I can't even tell you right at the moment how strong they are. Every other day. I don't know if that's enough, but zinc is a metal.
Mhm.
And if you don't take it in the morning when you're eating, you can get kind of an upset stomach.
Okay.
So the question is that I have is a multivitamin that has the 100% daily recommended daily allowance, enough?
Good question.
I don't
I
know.
don't know.
It is a good question, and I think I'll do some research, and maybe that can be the health minute next time.
Okay. So when you're researching, the one that I have used and been taking until a couple of months, how many months ago, is Centrum Silver because it's for people over 50.
Oh, I love the way you said that.
Almost like she resents it, but if you ask me, man, every birthday you have should be a celebration because you made
It's like,
it.
thank you, Jesus, I
agree.
made it.
I agree. Oh, come on, you guys. You know me. I'm still 29 for
I
the
know.
26th time. Come on. I tell people that all the time.
Do you know that your sister Margot now is on the downhill side of 40?
Mhm.
Congratulations, Margot. Come on down.
Come on,
Come on
down.
down.
Join us, sister. It'll only be for a little while, but join us.
It speeds up though on the downhill, so watch it.
It does. It does. Be careful.
Mhm.
Okay, Margot, what happened today in history?
What happened today in history? There wasn't a whole lot in history that went on, but a couple things that I thought were significant was on this day in 1958, this dude Monofuku Andu
Ooh,
Okay.
markets the
Monofuku.
first package of pre-cooked instant noodles called ramen.
Oh,
Uh-oh.
no. Wow.
In 58?
58.
Wow.
I love ramen noodles.
That's
No.
over 60 years ago. Wow.
It is, but yet when you say 1958, it doesn't seem that long ago. But when you
Well,
say
it does
over
when you were
60
born
years
in
ago,
1948.
I like to say I wasn't even alive then.
and then there's a couple birthdays today. There's Billy Ray Cyrus.
What?
Oh.
It's his birthday
Sing a
today.
song. What's a Billy Ray Cyrus song?
Don't tell
Achy
my
breaky heart.
my achy breaky heart.
Yep.
And then back in 1530, Ivan the Terrible was born today. So shout out, happy
boy.
birthday to Ivan the Terrible.
Shout out. He might be listening. You never know.
Yeah, I'm going to take a hard pass on that one.
Wait. Okay. I'm a little ignorant. What is Ivan the Terrible known for? Why is he terrible? I don't know.
Why is
Does
he
it
terrible?
say?
Well, wasn't he the Mongolian guy that killed all the people? Hold
What
on.
people?
All the Mongolian people.
I don't know anything about him.
Oh, well, you need to watch the History Channel. Ivan the Terrible. He was the Prince of Moscow, and he was the Grand Prince of Moscow, the first Tsar of Russia.
He was not a
And
nice.
he was 3 years old when his dad died, and he's known for being terrible.
Terrible, obviously.
I kind of want to look it up a little bit.
I think Kelly, the brilliant one in the family, should check that out.
Kelly,
I am
next episode. No,
I'm not the Google master.
No, but
No, but you're the
still, you
smartest
could
one.
put a little effort into it.
Yeah. Put a little effort into it.
Okay, go on, Margot. Sorry,
Yeah.
we derailed you.
That's okay. And then, which I didn't know this. So tomorrow is mine and Jason's 25th wedding anniversary.
Woohoo!
Congrats.
Woo!
We're not having a party?
Yeah. Are we having a party?
Isn't that your silver wedding anniversary?
Mhm.
Is that what it is?
Yes.
Hell, we didn't plan anything. Wow, we're bad.
Wow, that was that long ago.
You remember that? Remember that trip, Shell?
Well, Lord
remember
Jesus
the hot
in heaven, I will
tub?
never
Remember the
forget
stickers. Remember, oh my
the
God.
tattoos. Yes, the trip. My vehicle broke down.
Stranded.
Yeah, it was another episode.
Glendive, Montana.
Yeah.
Yep.
Glendive.
Mhm.
Oh
Yeah.
boy.
Yeah.
But,
Anyway, congratulations.
well,
Yes.
thank you.
Stop. That's a big deal nowadays.
It is. It's
It is.
That's a big
huge.
deal. So congrats.
You guys are too young. Okay.
All my love. Yes.
Well, thank you. But today, the day before our anniversary, and a couple years before, in 1885, Laura Elizabeth Ingalls and Almanzo James Wilder got married.
Whoa!
Ooh. Awesome.
You got married on that same day?
Well,
Day
one
before.
day apart and a few years.
And you know what? I live just a nice Sunday drive from Walnut Grove. Mhm.
From Walnut Grove. Yeah. And when she got married, she wore a simple black cashmere dress with black buttons,
Aw.
her old sage green bonnet with blue silk lining, and Ma's little square pin with a strawberry. And so she had something old, something new, something borrowed, and something blue.
So
And
wait a
Ma
second.
made the wedding cake.
Are we talking about the real person?
Yes.
Yeah, real, for
Oh,
real.
wow.
Who made the cake?
Ma,
Ma.
Caroline,
Ma?
Ma.
Okay.
Ma did. Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
Almanzo's sister, Eliza Jane, was planning a large church wedding, but in order to circumvent that big party, which they didn't want, they got married a week earlier than they had originally planned.
Oh, rotten.
Oh.
Little kids.
Somebody else in our family did that. I wonder who that was.
Mm.
And then when Laura and Almanzo did say their vows to each other, Laura said, "I will not agree to say obey in our vows." And so she didn't.
Oh, wow.
You go, girl.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Go,
Right.
Laura.
Wow.
She's our hero.
And she is.
She's
She's a heroine.
because she wasn't going to obey her husband.
Yeah, I don't have a problem with obey
Um,
unless there are reasons not to, but I don't.
I think it should be a mutual thing. That's my opinion.
It depends on the husband. You know, it
True.
depends on the person, the partner, spouse, whatever, because if they're a terrible person, then yeah, you don't want to obey them. But, you know, it's I think I'm going to cut all this shit out. I ain't getting hung for nothing. Nope. Nope.
I know my
And
husband
cut.
has tried to say to me, you promised to obey. I'm like, no, I didn't. I wouldn't let you say that. I wouldn't say it to you. We said love and cherish. There was no obey in there. That's not me.
I love it. All right.
I mean, your vows are important. So, I mean, you got to say what
For
you're
sure.
going to be able to do. And I did not say
Mhm.
obey.
Right.
I don't think that was part of our vows at all.
I honestly don't think so
I'm
either,
pretty
Shel.
sure I didn't say it either. I
Yeah,
think
I
I
don't-
told that
yeah.
little Lutheran pastor, forget it. I'm not saying that.
I think it must run in the family, sort of, except me. But I don't think it was part of our vows. I don't think it was. I don't recall. There's no video evidence, so we'll never know.
True.
There was a video, but it's long gone. Who knows what happened to that thing?
Oh, you're talking the
Someday
first
we
marriage.
should study the history of
Yeah.
marriage vows. Let's do that someday.
Ooh,
That's
I like
interesting. That's
That. Well,
very
you
interesting.
two, there are two of you in charge of topics.
Who?
Thank goodness it's not me. It's you and Margot.
Right. The lily pad
You gotta
leapfrogging
do a little
just
work here.
happens. Yeah.
Okay, well, we're in an hour and a half now. And speaking of topics, I would like to ask a question.
Okay.
Question corner with Ma.
Ooh, I love
Question
it.
corner.
Ma? I don't know about Ma, but okay.
Okay,
No, not
who's going
Mommy
to answer
dearest?
the question? Who's going to answer it?
Mommy dearest. I like it. Oh,
Is that
I
Betty
think we
somebody
should-
or other?
I think we should roll a dice or flip
Not
for it
it.
somehow. Not it. Nose goes.
No, number
I
one
guess
would
it's
be
Kelly.
Kelly, it's you.
Okay.
I'll give you an easy one since it's the first time.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh boy.
I can always find blank in mom's kitchen.
And is mom you mom? Or is mom us mom? You. Okay.
I can always find blank in mom's kitchen. The utensil I need. I've been
The
there.
utensil you need.
Go to mom's utensil drawer. I can find anything I need. Mhm.
Okay.
She's got 'em
Shelley,
all.
I can
Oh,
find.
we all have to answer?
Oh, sure. Why
Fruit.
not? I didn't like that
Fruit.
answer. Fruit. Oh, Margot, this should be good. What can you always find in my kitchen?
Outdated spices.
That's a guideline, not a rule.
Okay.
And
So
There
and,
it is.
and
What-
pickling
That was easy
spices.
one.
What was the answer you were looking for, Mom?
Rubber bands.
Oh, I didn't
Oh,
know
well.
you had to guess what was in her brain.
Yeah, no, different segment. Okay, guess what's in mom's brain? That'll come directly after question corner.
Okay. So
Guess what?
you guys, this is
And
where
why
my
do I
head
have
goes. Go ahead, Mom.
Why would I have a drawer always with a bag full of rubber bands?
Because of old grandma.
Amen.
Oh.
But why? Why did old grandma want rubber bands all the time?
Because she saved them. She always saved them. She always had a bundle of rubber bands.
Because
She
she
I
was
didn't
wonder
have
if
chip-
that's
She did not have chip clips.
yeah.
but I wonder if that's why I have a pile of rubber bands in my little drawer in the kitchen.
That's right.
Depression. Yep.
Every time it comes off the broccoli or the
Mhm.
green onions or anything, I've got a pile of them and I use them to wrap up my chips.
Amen.
Right?
Among
Exactly.
things.
I pull a rubber band, I pull open my kitchen junk drawer, and it goes in it.
I have a
Mhm.
little basket
Yep.
I put mine in, you guys.
Oh my gosh.
see, I remember, I think it was Kelly and Dave were in my kitchen doing something. And I don't know, their children might have been there. And somebody said something about a rubber band. And they said, look in grandma's drawer over there. There should be a bag of them. And there is.
It's a family thing. Oh,
Oh, that's
I
fun.
love it.
Here I
we
was
should have
thinking.
an episode dedicated. Sorry, we should have an episode dedicated to memories of old grandma too.
I agree.
Margot's got a couple that are really good.
Oh,
Yeah,
Lord.
let's save them, write them down, something.
X-rated.
Whoa,
Ooh,
granny, granny.
X, not even R. Okay.
We all get it from
Definitely
somewhere.
not.
Oh my gosh. I thought Mom was going to be working on a scavenger hunt list for the next time we're all at her house.
I have a list, and that was the easy one.
Okay.
Oh, well, now that I
Okay.
know, we have to come up with the right answer.
Oh, she's going to cheat,
Different.
Shell.
So now I know.
Yeah. Well, it'll be a different question every time. It's not always going to be what's in my house or kitchen. So
Yeah, but I have
as
to.
long as
I have to
as long as
approach
Mom-
the question in a different manner next time.
as long as mom doesn't let her in on it, I love the idea though of question corner, and then guess what she really wanted us to answer.
I do
like
too.
that.
It's fun.
Love that. Love it.
Yeah, but she'll need to write down because her answer will change.
True.
Mhm.
True.
Oh, so we need it.
You'll
She
never
needs
know.
to submit
You'll
it
never know.
somewhere.
Right? Yeah.
Yep.
Until we find
That's
your
okay.
tablet with all the questions and answers. We'll find it someday,
That's
Mom.
the crazy part. I need a good notebook because I have been very poor at my notes are everywhere.
Mine too. I've got little post-its all over, but I have a book now. I'm putting it all in a book now.
Okay.
Oh, good. Your kids will be able to go. Look at what these idiots did.
We'll be able to write a book like everyone else is now writing a family
Speaking of writing
memoir.
a book, I asked my oldest daughter to write a book. And that title, did you see that notice I sent you, Kelly?
I did. Mm-hmm.
And what was the title I said?
I don't remember, Mom. I'd have to go back and look.
It's a long
just say it,
time
Mom.
to hold your breath, but
Oh, okay. Okay. I do remember. And you did
Ooh,
also ask me
that's a
for the
great-
toilet paper brand. Here's the thing, Mom. When you send me this stuff, I'm at work. I glance at it and I can't respond. And by the time I come home from work, I forget.
what's wrong
So
with
the
That's
toilet
everybody
paper,
that they don't
nowadays,
let
Cal.
you talk to your mother? People at work should let you talk to your mother. It's a rule.
I have work to do, Mom. I have
Could be.
I'm
Well,
elbows deep in work.
let me just interject. I don't care how busy I am. I'm working from home till January 31st. Call me anytime, Mom.
Well, she doesn't call me.
And
She
anytime.
messages me. If she calls me, I can put my little new fancy thing for
2
my
cents
girls
in.
on and put it on and work and talk. But she messages
Don't you girls
me.
think that's a good title for a book?
Say it again.
It's a long time to hold your breath.
It's a long time to hold your breath. To
It
get
is
rid
a
of the
good time.
hiccups.
Ask Shelly about
Because
that.
we've held our breath, Kelly, a lot.
We have. I get it. I get where you're going.
Should I be editing this out?
I don't know.
Somebody's going to steal that. One of the 20
No.
people that listen.
Well, that would be one of our family members. Do we really know how many people listen? Hang on.
I saw a couple
No.
of names today that I did not recognize that were kind of laughing.
But that liked the Facebook page. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
I don't know
noticed
what
Ooh,
that
I'll
that
have
was.
to look.
Anybody want to know how psychic I am? I figured that out.
Yeah, that's not psychic, Mom.
What is that?
Psycho.
Because I knew that too.
No one told me that.
Oh, there's a good podcast subject. It's not psychic, it's psycho.
Chris, that is a term Christy and I have used for years. Oh, Mom, I was psycho today. I thought about what you were saying.
Well, yeah, I've heard you say that actually before, but I was thinking, yeah. I don't know what I was thinking. I'm tired.
No one knows
I
what
didn't
you
get
were
any
thinking.
sleep last night.
Oh, that's
Nobody
right.
cares what I was thinking.
Where's Brian tonight?
Well, when we first started, he was golfing and now he is downstairs.
In the basement?
No, I'm upstairs. He's on the main level.
That's right. You don't have a basement.
Nope.
Okay. Well, I just want you to know, Shelley, I have changed the sheets in the guest room, put a fan in there.
Yay! I'll be there a week from Thursday.
Yeah. And you know how to get in the
Where'd
house
y'all
in
go?
case I'm not
Can't
there?
hear anyone.
I do.
Let's not say that here.
Nope, I remember.
It's real simple.
Mom, that's public knowledge. People can find that.
No one knows that.
You Google it. It's out there.
It's out there.
It's out there. Okay, now you got to change it.
Oh, Lord.
Anyway.
No, I don't remember it. I have to write that down.
Oh, okay.
Okay. We're done. Oh, I have to go potty.
Okay.
All right. So thanks, everybody. This was a really great chat. And I hope you had as much fun as we did. And I guess we'll call it a night.
Good night.
Good night.
Love you guys.
Good
I
night.
love
you
you all.
guys.
Love you,
Love
love
ya.
you, love you.
Bye-bye.
Good night.